All right, it's time to start removing the parts off of this front end. I've never pulled one of these apart, so I'm just going to start. Probably just going to put this camera on time lapse. I don't know if I should even bother with that. I'm out here working in the dark. I do have some light, but we have a nice little headlight here. So we're just going to start working on pulling stuff apart. I think the grill has to come out, but I do need to take that to remove some things. We need to get this headlight housing out, the lower bumper cover, that headlight bracket, and just separate all the parts so that we have all the good stuff separate. I have the rear bumper sitting here with a bunch of junk that's going to be leaving tomorrow, but I got to pull some bolts off of that because we did get the replacement bumper. It was a cheapy aftermarket one, so they don't have, it stops right here about the tip of my foot, but this part here has to be bolted on. I thought it was a little weird when I first looked at it, but it'll still work. But man, look how nice these headlights are. They are gorgeous. All right, let's get this thing torn down. It looks like this piece was just a couple push clips. 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts hold the front on. So I guess I'm going to try playing with this headlight over here. See what we got to do to get this out. Not that this one's doing anything, but we'll get it out of here. I think when I get the other side off, I'll come in here, and then that way I can see where this has to go. There's really not, I mean, everything is like, honestly, a lot of plastic in this front end. All right, bumper cover is off. We do have this part, bolts here. Looks like we got to get, I believe this is a washer bottle. Runs down across here, but I got to undo this to slide it out of the way to get to this lower bolt to be able to lift this up to then, because it hooks into this right here, so, and the top 2 spots, so we got to lift that up, and then we can come from behind and get these bolts here. But so far all we found was this little bumper here is bent back just a little bit, but we can grab right a hold of that. We'll be able to straighten that out easily. I did unbolt this from here. On the other side, everything came right out. I did just trim through the bumper, so I'm not sure how it comes out of this clip. I'm pretty sure it's just a slide, but here's our bumper cover removed. We got to remove this lower part, save all our hardware for that, then this can go in the junk. Here's our grill and our upper support. Now I have, this is the one we pulled off. This is our replacement. So we're going to have to pull all of our clips and swap them over. Also over here, this has the wiring for the fog lights attached to it also. So we're going to be switching that up. And then, you know, once that stuff's together, I can throw this fog light in, which will be pretty easy. This one here, it's not going to be here quite yet. So with that being said, we can come in here and get this replaced, install that. That's not, it's only going to be here, so I might try to get some of this here bent out a little bit and see how that comes out while I'm doing this. You know, you could get behind here and tap on this. You could use a small crescent wrench that's pretty wide, and you can grab this. There's metal pliers that you can put on here, and they have like a really wide lip. But I'll probably end up, what I'll do, because like I said, this is the first one of these I've done. I'll end up pulling this headlight out because I got new headlights anyway. I got a new set. And then I'll come back in here and see how this lip is. I won't really be able to bend it perfect because I don't have the headlight yet to test fit. It'll be here in a couple days, but I really wanted to get everything pulled off of here. That is going to be garbage because I have somewhere to get rid of this right now at the time. So we have that. I got to strip the rear bumper of some bolts, anything that I think is decent. I think this upper cover, yeah, that's tore there. But I'm going to get all of the nuts and bolts off of that in case I need any of that hardware. And like I said, same with this lower piece. We're going to reuse that because its only damage is right here, this little piece for now. If I have any problems, I'll just replace it. Some of those look like they pulled out, like that one's broke. But I'll just put a bigger washer on there and it'll be fine. I mean, if you're fixing this for like an insurance job, you would be replacing all of this because you wouldn't want anything with any little bit of damage on the vehicle. So you'd be replacing that bumper. I could buy one of them, but why replace that for this? I'll be able to bend that right out. It'll be straight. You won't even see it. But very happy. No other damage in here. You can see where the one bolt did touch that. We don't see anything. No damage. No damage at all. I will have to remove the rest of the rear inner well because I do have a new one of those coming. Hopefully this right here is reusable. I believe that is probably what is actually holding the bumper cover on that side, so we'll have to get up in behind here and unbolt that. Half the reason why I did trim this just off the way I did over here, because like I said, I just couldn't get up here. It's a little dark. So anyway, we're going to still undo a couple more pieces here, and then we are going to be calling it a night. We just got to get everything cleaned up, and we'll start out good in the morning. Stop blinding you guys. But that's it. Let's get this Ram together. All right. This piece here, there ended up being, figured out, like I said, first time taking this stuff apart, figured out these two don't need to come out. And this one that's here, but we had two here, one down underneath here, which was kind of fun to get to. So it's in behind, right there. And then there was some glue across the top here and some pop rivets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run two pop rivets in the top of this because it has some movement. But to be able to get that on, we had to remove this, and then I had to remove this to remove that, and then I just unbolted this down in the middle and that side to give it some downward movement. But it's got push clips that actually folds back in underneath, I guess, to direct air. So along with the two pop rivets, I need to get this here straightened out. I mean, look, it's going to move pretty easy. So I got a large pair of channel locks or something, so I'm just going to get on here and probably tab it around a little bit. Then we're going to fit up our bar. We have all of our clips relocated over to this. Driver's side fog light is ready to go on. We're still waiting for this piece here to show up, along with our new headlights, which, well, we'll be installing that, which will be nice and black ones. Even though as nice as this is, this will end up probably going back in a box, and we'll just keep it for a spare. We did separate our lower from our bumper. We have everything put back in here, any of our extra parts in the bumper. So this was just kind of pulled out. Like I said, still got that one little spot. Everything else cleans up nice. It'll be plenty reusable. All right, back on the front end on the truck. The fog light came in. Basically, all I really needed was the back bracket. The other fog light looked very different from the other one, so this housing was fine. So basically, I just reused the bracket from the one that I bought. I mean, it was 25 bucks. I probably should have bought a set of smoked ones, but this is what we got for now. I'm going to pull this grill off. I've got to stick 2 rivets in here, and we're going to work on getting this headlight removed so that we can put in the new ones. Let's check them out here quick. They came in the mail a day ago. Now these were basically some $68 cheapies. They actually look pretty good. I've had all right success with these in my 3rd gen Dodge Ram that I have, and you know, 3 or 4 years, if they go bad, you buy another one. I've never had any leak. I've just had like some discoloration and stuff like that. And we did order in the tail light that we needed, so that's here. There's our other headlight. I'll show you how much difference there was between this fog light and the new one. All right, so here is the fog light. It's not that it's that bad. It probably wouldn't really be noticeable. I don't know. This one says Mopar on it, so I just retained that. Probably more than anything. It's pretty close. Just this one's a little clearer. That one's a little bit more yellow. But when you would put it in here next to the other one, I mean, that's a pretty decent look of difference there. Block that back up. So. All right, I'm gonna get this grill removed. We're gonna get 2 pop rivets in here. We're gonna work on getting these headlights in so we can see what they look like. And that's our goal here before it gets evening and dark. All right. All right, we got the rest of that part removed. We removed a bunch of bolts. I realized now I need this piece. So I'm working on separating the headlight from this. I believe I ended up throwing that away by accident, but I just ordered one. It'll be here in a day. Luckily I have Amazon Prime, so I'm gonna get this out. We're gonna swap everything over, lights and everything, to the new headlight, and then we'll get everything installed. See what it looks like. It's gonna look good on the blue, a lot better than the clear one. I'm just going to stick this tow ring back over here for now. I'll protect it for a couple days till I'm ready for this one. Like I said, I need to wait for this part. It looks like I just got to grab this here and get it bent out a little bit. And right here, I have a pair of metal pliers that'll clamp a far distance on here, and I'll just tweak this a little bit. I have a plastic hammer for doing PDR stuff, so I'll tap on it a little bit also, and hopefully, like I said, I can get it to the point where it lines up okay with the headlight, and we'll just touch it up, and it'll be fine. All right, sucks I don't have that part, but it is what it is. We got our pop rivets in. By the looks of it, I believe I can install the grill correctly now, and then the bumper cover will snap right in afterwards, so we'll get that on and call it a night now. All right, let's take a look at our bumper. So here's our bumper, sport bumper. It's pretty decent. It was folded just a little bit when it came in the box. I left it sit about a week. You can kind of see it's got a little bit on that side, a little ripple, but that should be held out with that centerpiece holding it in. All right, let's see how close of a paint match the paint is. All right, she's based. I think it's a little dark. It's a lot dark. Looked way better on the picture. I don't know what to do with this here. Just think it's a no-go. All right, it's blue. Let's see what kind of a color difference we have here. All right, what I did was I actually sprayed the bumper white and then laid the color on top of it again. I got a bug here, some other issues here, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is letting this dry, and then I'll wet sand it and probably clear it again, as much as I don't want to, and hopefully the color and everything is close enough. Look, we need more color here. Everything that went wrong, everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it just turned into a nightmare. Too hot, Guns not wanting to work. Just a very bad mess. Well, I guess third time's a charm. Get rid of this watermark over here. Basically, I wet sanded this thing down and then Scotch brighted it. I resprayed. Still, I ended up like right here. I just couldn't get, so I have some light spots, but there's some dirt in here. Got one nasty bug, but look, we're painting this stuff outside, so this is fine for what I need. It's going on the front of a truck. It came out okay. It does have the orange peel to it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. Hopefully it's pretty close to what I need it to be when we stick this on the truck. I'm getting everything else cleaned up to do that. Here, let's take a look. So I don't know if you can see it, orange peel like in that, but just washed up the lower insert. Here is, this is the filler panel. We have everything assembled here on the front end. Headlight. Pop the grill off because it'll make it easier to reinstall. I didn't put all the bolts in. Straighten this out a little bit. It's still a little dent here. I don't know if I'm going to try to pull this and try to ding it out just a little bit. But the fender came out okay. Just kind of touched it up a little bit for now. But we're ready to reinstall our front bumper cover and at least get this front end of this thing looking good. I was looking at a different grill, but for now I think I'm just going to stay with this because we do have more plans for upgrades. I do have to buy some more paint, so we will need paint for this, and the fact that what it's going to cost to get it mixed, I'm going to get some extra paint, and that way if I want to do a hood and a grill down the road, I can. I'm planning on eliminating these lower steps here also. They're going to get removed, and it will come out pretty good. But I'm going to get this turned around. We got some drying time yet for the bumper, and then we'll get set up for that. All right, well, it's blue. Came out pretty good. Like I said, we still have that little bit here. This bumper would look really good wet sanded out, but I always like to do that after stuff's been together for a while. Once I wash this thing a couple times, the orange, a lot of that orange peel is going to go away. Fits up really good over here, obviously, because we don't have no damage. Down across here, we got a little bit of a goofy line here because of the way this headlight's sitting in here, but very nice to see it all blue for once. I'd say that the bumper's more blue, more of a darker blue when you're looking at it from the front. I am looking to get paint so that I can do bedside. So we might paint the bumper for a fourth time to get a good match. If everything, like I said, if everything comes in, I might end up changing out this grill for the sport or limited grill with the word Ram in it. That looks pretty cool. So that's always an option too. And looking into maybe some type of a hood. I just haven't found what I want yet, but we have a completed front end. So there's that. That's everything for the front. That's everything that we put on. So that's where we're just going to end that. And you know, hey, we got to roll with it.